Greetings of the day. Let me start off with a quick question. Have you ever gone to a government office to apply for any document and waited for more than usual time to get response from the concerned office about your request? Of course you would have. From now on, there shouldn't be any such incidents. Let me introduce you Dasthavej, a web-based document management and tracking system powered by Stellar Blockchain. Our problem statement is floated by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment under the Smart Automation bucket of Smart India Hackathon 2022. In the present scenario, movement of document or file raised for an approval from concerned department is happening manually. In this traditional procedure of document approval, it is difficult to track the status and movement of file until it returns to the parent office. As it involves physical movement of files, we need huge workforce to handle. There's high chance of documents getting tampered due to natural disasters. It is tough to store such huge number of files. Last but not least, forgery is also a concern. Hence, we are trying to address these problems with our web-based document management system. Our idea is to implement tracking feature for every document which is sent for approval. For additional security, we are implementing the authorization of documents using digital signatures with the help of Stellar Blockchain. There will be certain predefined flows under every department which we call as event type. An applicant can raise a request under any of the event types. We call that request as event. For every event type, there will be various set of authenticated users, also known as signers, to authorize the event. After all the signers associated with particular event type duly approves, then the data is written to blockchain ledger and IPFS, which stands for Interplanetary File System, making the event info immutable. We have 4 user roles in our application as seen on the screen. Superadmin deals with adding users with various roles like admin or signer. He also adds event type, which is a predefined class with a particular set of signers. Admin is responsible for registering an event under any specific event type. The signer is responsible for approving or rejecting any application that is requested under a certain event type in which he or she is involved as a signer. Finally, the applicant or the end user is the one who contacts admin for raising any event, that means a document for approval. Let me take you through the screens of various users. Superadmin needs to log in order to access this dashboard where he can see quick insights about the organization on the left and some modules like add user, add event type, edit user, edit event type, etc. on the right side of the screen. A user can be added by filling all the necessary details which are passed to server and then to blockchain to generate a key pair. The data is saved to database in encrypted format. Then the same is mailed to respective user, which can be viewed only once for security reasons. Event type creation can be simply done by filling all the necessary information like title, description, signers required in the flow, hierarchy type, etc. On successful creation of event type, a multi-signed account on blockchain is generated with unity weights for all the signers associated with the flow. Other functions are utility functions which can be used to edit limited data of user and event type. Password reset requests can be seen from this screen. Similarly, admin can see some insights on the left after logging in and functionalities on the right. An event can be added by filling required data and uploading necessary files duly verified manually after selection of certain event type. On successful creation, all the signers associated with that event type or flow is notified through an email. Another email with event ID, which can be used to track progress, is sent to the applicant who raised it. Next comes the flow of signer. On successful login, basic insights can be viewed on the left. If there are any pending events to authorize, it can be done by clicking on Authorize Now. which gives the first raised event. Signer can approve or disapprove by dropping secret key and his password along with a valid reason for rejection if he wants to reject the same. Admin has another useful feature where all the events created under that ID is retrieved. From this screen, full details of the event can be seen or the progress can be tracked. Applicant also has access to tracking module wherein the event ID has to be dropped to check the status. Signer details, whether signed or not, if signed, when it was done, are some things applicant can see. On successful approval, a button to view acknowledgement can be seen, which only takes us to the screen where the acknowledgement statement along with some public fields are shown. For your information, these details are retrieved from IPFS. One can view the raw data by clicking on View on IPFS button. This is about Dasthavej. Our solution is secure, scalable, customizable as per requirement of any organization. This can be delivered as software as a service model for various organizations or departments. Dasthavej can widely be applicable in many scenarios where a document or file or request letter has to be passed onto various levels for approval. Node.js, Stellar Blockchain, Handshake Protocol, Next.js, Firebase, IPFS are some technologies we use to pull this off. Sriram Abhinav stands as backbone who does full stack work for the application. Vernam Shivaram, experienced in AI and ML, handled some backend and database part. Srija Jangala, a content curator, Rajesh Sanaboina, a creative designer, and Abdul Rahman, an UX critic, are my lovely teammates. Once a gentleman said, it requires both the hands to make some noise. The second hand for all my teammates is me, Harshavardhan Neta, team lead, jack of all, master of merging and managing to make something awesome. It wouldn't have been possible without continuous support from our mentors, friends, family members, and campus. I thank each and everyone whose name starts with one of the alphabet from A to Z. It is overall a great experience to be participant and winner in the Smart India Hackathon 2022. We had very lovely people at our nodal center who took care of us. Thanks a lot SIH. Besides this being our first ever hackathon, the win motivated us not to stop.